no vids for a couple of weeks, so now you get a bumper episode. Lots going on. Firstly, big thanks to my daughter Katie, who helped me tidy up the whole barn, so I've got a lot more room, which is awesome. So the reason we needed the room is to go get a very special part for the boat. So the 67 Coronado came with an optional hardtop, and my boat didn't have it, but I really would like to fit the hardtop. Trouble is, in 67 the hardtop was black, in 68 it went to a sand colour, and in total there were 72 boats built in 67. Not all of them had the hardtop, it was an extra. So pretty difficult part to find, not to mention 8 feet square. So a friend of mine who I met through the Century group and club, Phil Wolf, big thanks to Phil, came up with the goods. Found one for me, great guy, located one. Problem is, it was in Texas and I'm in Buffalo, New York, so that's 20 hours drive. So I looked at shipping, too expensive, looked at a one-way flight, renting a truck, driving it back, too expensive. So as a last-ditch option, I mentioned to my wife, hey, and my daughter, hey, how do you fancy a road trip to Texas? Not expecting much interest, but of course they were totally up for it, to my surprise. So that's where we've been, on a road trip to Texas, stopping lots of places we wanted to see across the way, turned it into a vacation, spent a week traveling around, picked up the hardtop and drove it all the way back to Western New York. So let's take a look at that little adventure. Here we go. Alright, let me walk you through the plan. What there is of a plan. I've duplicated the arc of the boat here, so this replicates the bend that I need, which gives me somewhere to clamp to along here. I can't clamp on the boat because it's all sealed up. So this is a representation of the curve on the boat. Built this jig. I am now going to put the front part into this bag, connect the steam generator, steam it for an hour, pull it round, hopefully on this first half. Then I will avoid this scarf and steam this second piece and pull that round.
So I'll do it in 2 sessions, pull it all around, everything's going to work perfect, no problems. This always goes to plan, not. So wish me luck. Alright, just starting to come into steam here. See the steam starting to fill the bag. Just starting. I've already actually managed to secure the front and pull it around quite a bit, but there's quite a lot of resistance now, so I've stopped. So quite a lot of resistance here now, but what should happen is this resistance should become easier to pull it around this last piece. You see the steam starting to fill up. Great. Form holding up. So we'll see how we go. Ended up double bagging it because my bag, pretty thin. Had a couple of splits. So double bagged it, and now I'm getting much better pressure, as you can see, which is what I want. So that is pressurized and 220 degrees. That's what we need. Slight mod to the work holding. This was just flapping around everywhere, so now I've got this piece here, so that as I pull it around, I can keep it in the same orientation. So I'm just losing it off the end there every 5 minutes. Alright, about 15 minutes in, running really well, really good pressure in the bag. Too hot to touch, good pressure all the way down. Looking good. Alright, there you go. So the front, probably won't be able to see it, front's round. This first 8 feet is round. Right the way to this first scarf here, which I'm avoiding getting any steam on this first scarf because it'll melt the epoxy and break the scarf. So that first 8 feet went round really well. You saw it comes around like a spaghetti noodle pretty easily. This last small curve here, I don't even think I'm going to have to steam that. I think it'll just pull around. It pulls up pretty easily. So I think I just need to steam the first 8 feet of this. The rest will just pull up on the boat. So the beauty of running in a bag here is I'm still under steam. Even after forming, I'm still under steam there. So I can leave this. I pulled it round in about 45 minutes under steam to pull it around. It's typically an hour per inch. The front was well under an inch, but the back is over an inch. So I was probably looking 60 minutes to fully get this to where it needs to be. So it's still under steam here, even though I've managed to pull it around. So I can actually leave it under steam probably I'll leave it under for, I don't know, hour and 20 minutes or something. And then I'll just cut the steam and leave it here overnight. Repeat the process tomorrow for the next one. So that worked, as far as I can see, remarkably well. Worth spending the time building the little fixture. You can see that I just use my bench here to hold this down, and then I've got further blocks, hardwood blocks, just holding this form to the shape I want, make sure it doesn't move. Worked out really, really well. And then I'm just using clamps and wood, hardwood, to pull it around, to try and avoid any denting of the material, because it will be susceptible to sort of dents when it's under steam. It compresses really easy. So, job done. I'll leave this now for another 20 minutes and then turn the steam off and go get a beer with my happy face. So I think we're about done. I've got these, rather than clamps, brought these blocks in. It's helping to really keep it tight. So I am an hour and 46 in, and it's all pretty tight. This is probably my loosest area here. Put an initial clamp on. Besides that, you can see I'm tight. I'm looking at the gap here. You can see I'm tight all the way. Really good and tight all the way. So I'm calling that about done. Remove the bag. Just to let it dry now. I'll leave this overnight. Job done. All right, here we go. The $1 million moment. Move this original one out of the way. Release this from the clamps. I expect to see some level of spring back here, but hopefully not too much. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, that is excellent. I'll take that all day. Pretty good profile, as you can see, holding really well. So, calling that a win. Cha-ching! Well, it's still here. Got about 900 miles to go. We're in Jackson, Tennessee, and we got to get to Buffalo. So about 1,000 miles to go. Going okay so far. If it stays like this, I'll be happy. Well, there you go. We made it. 1,700, I think, miles. With a 1967 hardtop attached. So thanks to the Texas team who helped secure it. Big shouts out to Phil, who helped to source it for me, Phil Wolf. Really appreciate that. And to Jerry as well, who kept it in good condition for however many years. So here we go, the missing piece that I needed to complete the boat. Alright, it's down. So I'll just build a little fixture just to hold it, and I'll move it out of here. So these look like they want to sit on an angle, so I've got a couple of wedges on these here. Actually, it looks really good condition inside here, certainly on the bits I can see. It is the mother of all dirt daubers' nests in here. So I'm going to clean out some of these dirt dauber nests and then see if I can actually get this thing to actuate out. You can see the dirt daubers have had a lot of fun in here, so I'll clean some of this, see if I can get it to slide, see what it looks like. Alright, there you go. So I managed to get it back together after a bit of detective work, a little bit of help from
my friends. So it slides. It's not bad shape in here actually. Probably clean this up. So I did notice a little bit of rot in here, so it'll need a Dutchman into there, and it looks like there might be a roller missing that lifts that up a little bit more. It looks like that wants to be higher than what it is, so I think there's rot and a roller missing there. It's fairly easy repair. Other than that, looks in great shape. This black is the most important piece, so that was the 67 year, had the black. 68 went to like a sand cream colour. So yeah, there you go. Took me a while to build this jig to replicate the angle. Enables me just to fit it all back together so I remember where everything goes basically, so I can put it away and not worry about it. One thing that's really cool is this little light here, some sort of a map light, little switch. Very cool. Funny to get that working. But yeah, there we go.